Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Leo. The new moon is occurring on the 15th in most of the world, but for the west coast of the U.S., where I am, it is occurring in the very early hours of the 16th, a Wednesday. So, aligned with that new moon energy, both the sun and the moon are in Leo, is Venus, which has been going retrograde for a while, still in its retrograde phase, trining Chiron, the wounded healer. So there's a lot about our healing journeys, our ability to take care of ourselves, to realign our values. But what's important at this moment is understanding, as all new moons are new cycles, that it's never too late to begin again. And as we are approaching this do-over in many cases, or this new journey, you are looking at focusing your intention in the most simple, truthful, and clear way possible to the end of making this new journey, the beginning of this journey at the very least, easy, simple, and pleasurable. This should be feeling good as you move forward. So with that, let's get started with your overall energy, Capricorn. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a beautiful card of healing. In many cases, it's the necessity to really look at those failures or disappointments and take responsibility for the part we played in giving away our love, our power, our success to others with the expectation that we would get that back. And being the sense of rejection, the sense of heartbreak. And it can also describe this understanding that you have gained from going through the very hard work of identifying your responsibilities, the part you played in those disappointments. That takes a lot of work. That's hard work to do. And yet, as we allow ourselves to release the emotions, the feelings, the heartache, the grief, the regret, we become liberated and grateful as we understand that we've actually benefited from these disappointments. We've actually learned lessons that have helped us to grow. If there are patterns in our failures or our heartaches, we've learned to see those patterns and recognize that the way to change that experience is by changing our part in those relationships, events, efforts that we've made in the past. So this card represents at this moment really deep understanding of your patterns and gratitude for the really challenging lessons you've had, especially if those challenges were around abandonment, trauma, or simply rejection. So this is representing a time of high healing, a time of really gaining the benefit, the gift of all the work that you've been doing towards healing up your own patterns and responsibilities for failures. In the position of the sun, we have the Seven of Cups. This really goes for me quite well with this process of gaining. When we think of the Three of Swords, as this challenging, hard experience of patterns and repeated behaviors, words that hurt, experiences of abandonment, rejection, or heartache in any of its forms, suffering, as we come out of this period, as we cleanse, as we release the regret, as we even experience the sense of remorse, we often make projections about how to get the gratification that would make us feel better. This process is hard. It hurts looking at things, realizing how you played into those particular heartaches, how you participated, how you may have even set up heartbreak unconsciously, not understanding that you were reliving old patterns, that you have many options now available to you. The return of an ex, pursuing that job or that money or that accomplishment that got away from you. All of the options, you're aware, are not equal, are not beneficial. But there is a distraction here as you start to free yourself from this sense of pain. And that distraction, that overwhelm of options, you're aware, are superficial and are not and should not be used to distract yourself from all the understanding and wisdom you've gained from this work, this experience. And the point of releasing yourself from these negative behaviors is so that you are freed to pursue what is uniquely aligned for you, the thing that will make you feel good in the long term, though that aspect of yourself that is eternal. This is about making an investment in yourself in a way that feels good, recognizing that you're not broken because you're single or that you've had bad relationship or bad relationships, that you are still worthy of investing in and with an eye towards long-term benefit rather than short-term gratification, instant gratification. In the position for the moon, we have the Six of Wands. And this is beautiful because this is indicating that you are being rewarded. Your work is yielding benefits to you. It's yielding results. This work of struggling to understand perhaps unhappy childhood relationships, difficult family experiences, conflicts with coworkers, challenges making and having friendships, meaningful friendships, this is yielding results for you. And what's beautiful about it is you now are aware that you are part of a team, you're part of a family, you're part of a group. Even if in the past that has often meant that you've been held to the less than positive aspects of that team or community. Maybe you have not received the care, attention, or love that you required, but now that you're understanding how you can supply yourself with that, you're recognizing the positive potential of the team that you're on, and you are working hard, doing your part to do your job to the best of your ability, and you've been recognized for that. You're being rewarded for that. And what is most important to you, what is most salient to you, is how your relationships have been transformed with this knowledge, so that you have not opted out, run away, abandoned old relationships, cut them out of your lives. Instead, you're recognizing that relationships are living and breathing, and that as you have improved your own sense of responsibility and participation, so have you elevated the entire tribe, the entire group, the entire family. You have lifted them up through your hard work and through your effort, and it is the regard with which other members of your team, your family, your organization view you now and view the positive impact of your behaviors on the relationships. Your growth is being mirrored in your relationships, and you're really surprised and pleased by that, because you have worked hard for this. In the present, the Page of Wands is continuing on with this theme of inspiration. Inspiration by all the experiences you've had, inspiration by what you now understand you've learned in maybe just a few experiences of taking responsibility for your behaviors, your thoughts, your part in any relationship or any effort. You've now been opened up to new ways of doing things, new inspirations, new things now inspire your exploration, your discovery of new aspects of yourself and new possibilities in new relationships. You're about opening up your world, expanding those activities and those relationships that are a part of your life. You're seeking out things that are less familiar to you now that you feel that you have come to understand better those familiar experiences and relationships. Learning from those has opened up a whole new world to you, and you're moving with enthusiasm and excitement, despite his very casual lean on the podium here, as though he were delivering a lecture. You are still enthusiastic. You are still gaining in your confidence and your motivation and determination to move off and grow in this new way. In your past, the Two of Wands. And this is indicating that you have been contemplating this change. You've been contemplating and planning for your future for a while. This is a part of your determination to break free from an area where you already know and understand your strength and expertise. You're already confident in one area that has now empowered you to look towards expanding into your future, building, understanding what that unfamiliar, more expansive arena is, identifying that, and hopefully planning for this new direction where you are happy to be a beginner, where you realize you're starting fresh. You may be starting over in some way or another. You may be beginning a new business. You may be developing your own business or contemplating that. You may be opening up your heart and your interest in new relationships, in a new special relationship. So you are reflecting on what you've learned and now where you feel well equipped and prepared to move into the future. In the future, we have the Empress, always the beautiful card of abundance, of creativity, of recycling, no waste. There's no experience you've had that was not for your ultimate growth and expansion, for your betterment, for your abundance. So having keyed into that, having now realized the unexpected lightness, joy, pleasure, appreciation you have for things that once were so hurtful, that were so painful, so heavy and difficult, that has unlocked this ability to realize that all experience, including the experiences you're creating in every moment, are for your growth, your enlightenment, your appreciation, your abundance. You are generating new ideas as you contemplate this new path forward, this new beginning, and you are excited, but you are confident that not only are you receiving the rewards of your effort, but you're enjoying the journey. You are allowing yourself to receive the efforts. You are delegating your tasks appropriately, understanding that you are the thought leader. You are the abundance creator. You're generating new ideas and new opportunities at every and any moment that is going to take you on this journey that you're only now recognizing that you have in you. You're still getting used to this feeling of being in control, of being grateful for all that you have at your disposal. I'm going to clarify the Page of Wands here in your present with the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So interesting that so many of us are getting the Five of Pentacles, which is showing me your effort to move out of what is often called a lack mentality, a place where you felt anything but the Empress. you felt not good enough, not pretty enough, not strong enough, not smart enough, not handsome enough, not creative enough in the past, and you watched others receive the benefits that you had convinced yourself were not for you. This experience had you believing that this was your pattern for life. Heartache, abandonment, pain, suffering, disappointment, failure. That was what your life was going to be, had been, and would always be. You have released, you're working your way out of that conditioning that you received, that you could only do so much because of who you were. You only had these skills for that thing. You're releasing yourself from that. And instead, as a result of that, you have been moving away from those familiar bonds that you love, you support, you continue to engage, you continue to find new sources of inspiration in your relations, even those that you understand are not working with you, are not truly reciprocal. You're nevertheless recognizing through this new vision of abundance, this new sense of deservedness of abundance, that you are moving on to new challenges. You're ready. You're ready for success. Something that you did not overall feel was for you. You did not feel that you were deserving or allowed success at some level. And you are now moving away from those stories into this new challenge to be all you can be. I'm going to clarify the Empress with the Seven of Swords and the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is a repeat here. And this is showing me that as you have been contemplating a new direction in the past, this new sense of empowerment, ease, abundance, joy, pleasure, resourcefulness is inspiring you to recontemplate your new beginning, to rethink that, to reconsider the ways that you might have fantasized about how you could move forward, how you could gain the things that you feel had been denied you. That is being transformed away from all the distractions and superficial options that are out there into this new powerful sense that the obstacles that faced you in the past are no longer capable of blocking you. Instead, you're taking this information of the sabotage of others, which you've experienced, the discrediting, the not being taken seriously, and you are using that to choose your battles moving forward. And you're allowing those experiences of seeing the fear in others that is reflected by your desire for abundance, for success, for happiness. You are using that and the information from that to guide and to adjust your plans moving forward. Whatever it is you have thought about starting, you're rethinking it in new terms. You're recognizing that you have all the tools you need in all the countless experiences that you've had trying to mount something and meeting resistance from others, from your mother, your sisters, your brothers, your dad, to your bosses, to your friends who laugh or who were surprised when you said, put out something that you wanted or something a goal you had, as though they assumed that you didn't want any of those good things for yourself. Why would you? They have just in many ways assumed that you were happy with whatever you had, what little you had, with the disappointments you had survived, that was enough for you, and that it's ready now to just throw in the towel and accept your lot. You're pushing against that. In fact, you are reevaluating your friendships as a result of that and recognizing that your friends are humans who are fearful of your shining. They're fearful of your growth in many ways because in some way it is undermining or bringing up the fear of losing you and other unidentified fears that are unique to those individuals. But this is helping you to recast your efforts to move forward, the new beginnings you're mounting, the simplicity of your intention as you move forward is helping you to clear away all these negative confirmations, affirmations of your path forward. I hope this is helpful to you, Capricorn. If so, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I do love all the comments, the donations, the positive feedback I receive, and the support I receive from all of you. So thank you for that. And I've pulled, I love green, so it's appropriate. It's an aquamarine. And the mantra is keep your cool. And I'm just going to read a part of this card. When to use an aquamarine: when you've lost your voice, when it's past time to let it go, or when you're feeling a little too hot for polite company. Ice yourself down with aquamarine's cold shower vibes. Keep your cool. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.